Shauna, this coming Monday, Yahoo Finance premieres its first documentary, a story about fallen Silicon Valley entrepreneur Elizabeth Holmes and her now defunct blood testing company, Theranos. Now, you'll recall that Holmes faces charges of defrauding some of her investors. She's facing up to 20 years in prison. Her federal trial scheduled to begin, jury selection August 31st. Our legal reporter, Alexis Keenan, has been working on a documentary about Holmes for quite some time, but also you're approaching this in a way that others have not. How did Silicon Valley, that many of us hold with great esteem, and these are the geniuses, how did they get duped?
Yeah, Adam. So we tried to really look at this story not only through a financial lens and a legal lens, but also a behavioral one. And what does this say about Silicon Valley, and how much of an indictment will this really be for the culture that exists there itself? So it's been 3 years since Holmes was forced to shutter Theranos, and since that flood of media that followed former Wall Street Journal reporter John Carreyrou's investigation. Now, we wanted to examine how Holmes' tactics really fit into that Silicon Valley culture, meaning to what extent were they business as usual, and to what extent were they distinct from her peers there. We also tried to dissect really the level of diligence that the parties that were involved in Theranos exhibited to really keep the company afloat for more than a decade. That includes investors, the board, Walgreens was a partner at one point. All these people that surrounded Holmes as her product, that analyzer, that blood testing analyzer that went on a desktop, all as it went to market. So I'd like to show you a clip from the film. It's part of our interview with veteran Silicon Valley tech entrepreneur Dan Warmenhoven. He was also a member of Theranos's board. Here it is.
How strongly will criminal accusations hold up? And where will jurors draw the line between an entrepreneur's push for disruption and fraudulent deception?
But I'm sure the courts are going to place a different standard on it than I do. But my standard is, if an entrepreneur makes a claim and you want to invest, it's your obligation to go validate all the claims she's made. She may have made exorbitant statements, but those could have all have been corroborated before the money was invested.
So Warmenhoven has a lot more to say along those lines, and we hope that viewers will check that out when the film premieres on Monday, August 30th. That's right before the trial gets underway on the 31st. Adam?
Alexis, we're looking forward to the documentary, and I know a lot of us in our careers have had to deal with Elizabeth Holmes. It's fascinating. I know you'll be all over the trial, and we're going to be following that here at Yahoo Finance Live. Congrats on the documentary, and again, this coming Monday, it